years, I've come to realize that regardless of the grade level of child or the specific school they attend, there is one topic that receives a lot of attention. There's one topic about which parents have many questions, and that's the topic of homework. How much homework should a child have? How long should it take my child to do their homework? Should I help my child do their homework? Should they be able to do this on their own? Those are some of the questions that I hear. And then another one, well, what really is the purpose of homework? Why do we do this? Can't children do all the work during the school day? Isn't it appropriate for them to do it during the school day? So I thought that we would take this little session together to just talk about homework, look at some of the aspects of it, talk specifically about purposes for homework, because I truly believe that if you understand the purpose for homework and why it's been assigned, I think it will help you as a parent make decisions regarding the environment your child needs to be in for doing the homework, helping you understand the significance and the importance of it as you plan with your child. And so I wanted to spend this session in the ABCs of homework discussing its purposes. And then we'll look later on into what are some specific strategies for working with your child in the area of homework. One of the most frequent reasons for homework is to build mastery. There are a variety of areas in the curriculum in which children must have mastered certain skills before they are going to be able to move on to the next level, or before they will be able to be proficient at the next level. And so at each grade level, there are generally what I call a set of musts. These are the things that the child must be able to do at this level of proficiency by the end of this year, or they're going to struggle later on. One of the easiest examples of that is in the area of math and learning math facts, addition facts, subtraction facts, and the ever-present multiplication facts for students in the third grade. The bottom line is this. For example, if your children leave third grade and they don't know their multiplication facts, they'll have trouble with math till A, they either learn their facts, or B, they don't have to deal with math anymore. Because multiplication is just a part of so much of what comes after third grade. So if you have children who are weak in certain fact areas, they need extra practice. So math isn't the only area where this is done. In reading, for example, sometimes there will be homework for your children to read, and part of that is to develop their sight vocabulary, for them to practice their decoding skills to become proficient and have mastery in those skill areas, so that as they get older, they're not going to be stumbling over their reading in science and history and their other classes simply because they don't know enough words on the page, or they don't know how to figure out the words that are unfamiliar. And as I had mentioned, math is the other area. So some homework assignments are designed to build mastery. This is going to vary from child to child. There are some children who have very strong skills and others who don't. If your child has a weakness in one of the foundation areas of reading, math, language, writing, those types of things, they need extra practice to build mastery. Another purpose for homework is that many times it is designed to be a continuation of activities that have been begun in the class, but for which there is not enough time. There are many kinds of activities that the teacher has presented the concept, the students have actually practiced a little bit, but they need time to ruminate on this. The brain needs time to reflect. They have to have time to organize their thoughts, to put their thoughts down in writing. Doing research would be another one of these categories. There just really isn't enough time during the normal school day to do all those types of things, and at the same time present the other content that needs to be presented. So many of those activities are sent home as homework. Another purpose for homework is to provide an opportunity for children to practice the concept or the skill independently. This is the type of homework where the teacher has already presented the idea in class. The students have worked examples together or talked about it or collaborated and things of that nature. And now they need to take this home, or they need to spend extra time working on this independently, really without help, because the idea is the teacher needs to see, what do you understand? What don't you understand? As the teachers reflect back on and look at this work from the children, it gives them an idea of what do I need to reteach, what was understood, what wasn't understood, who's having difficulty. So this whole concept of practicing for independence and again to bring understanding is extremely important. There's some general principles as far as homework is concerned, and one of them is your goal should be for your children to do their homework independently. There will be very, very few assignments presented to children for homework that have not already been presented or practiced or dealt with in the classroom. Rarely will they ever be given an assignment that's just totally unfamiliar. So if you have a child who seems confused, if they say, I don't know what I'm supposed to do, then you need to ask some questions, because that shouldn't be the case. Homework is usually for one of these purposes that I've mentioned, and in each one of those areas, it's already been presented in the class. So if your child really is confused, then let's ask some questions so that we can get to the bottom of the confusion and this doesn't continue. They can develop the skills that they need. So remember that this is not going to be something new for them. And then the second principle is homework is something that, to the best of your ability, you want your children to be able to do independently. In other words, we always start with our children where they are and help them along, train them. But your goal on every grade level is that your child would become independent in managing and completing their homework assignments. So if you have a child right now that it's necessary for you to sit right beside them the entire time they're doing homework, we need to talk about some strategies and ways to help you step back from that process gradually but consistently and turn more and more of it over to your child, because that's what we really want. Children to be able to handle their homework independently. As we go through some of these strategies for homework over the next few weeks, I hope that you'll let me know if you have questions I'm not answering or if there are situations that need to be addressed. Homework is a big part of the school experience. It will be part of your child's life through middle school and high school, even into college. And to a degree, we as adults have homework. It's important for us to be able to teach them the skills, the strategies, the organization and management techniques that will allow them to be effective. I look forward to evaluating this topic with you a little bit more and uncovering some strategies that will be helpful for you.